Hey, welcome back to 10 with the founder. If y'all watched the last one, y'all saw the change from 5 with the founder to 10 with the founder, where we get to steal your heart for 10 minutes and tell the truth about the work behind the work. It's your
Hmm.
girl, Anita Kellogg, founding executive director of Project Diva International. And today we're hearing from the adults who walk alongside our girls, our directors, our coaches, our facilitators, and the parents who are choosing to grow with them. And PDI, listen, our girls are they commit to intentionally develop it in the areas of emotional regulation,
Hmm.
mental fitness, and financial
Hmm.
curiosity. And this is all wrapped around our I am method. We haven't really talked about that, but as the adults talk about how their perspective is about what their perspective is about this, you'll probably hear more about that. But the I am method is where we ground the girls in understanding or being able to articulate who they are showing up as and who they envision to be now and into their future because they're actually creating lives right now. And so to be able to ground them in what they're doing and how they're doing it now and showing how that connects to their future while we allow them space to envision what they want that future to look like, it allows for us to connect the dots with the emotional regulation, the mental fitness, and the financial curiosity. So, what we don't talk about enough is this. Supporting that kind of growth requires adults to commit to this same work. That's what we don't talk about. The work
Hmm.
that the girls are doing, every adult in Project Diva has to do also. So, making space for girls means regulating ourselves. Having a coaching mindset means we have to examine our thoughts and behaviors, and teaching financial curiosity means being honest about our own relationships with money. So it is work. And this is what we consider shared development. And we out here, y'all, fumbling through it with the
Humbling.
girls. And so I would like, as we get into our 10 with the founder, to welcome LaQuisha Honeycook, our
Woo-hoo.
Learning and Environment Director, to Five with the Founder.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, how y'all doing?
I think I said that twice. Anywho, though.
It's okay. It's okay.
Miss LaQuisha, let's start with sharing with our audience your role, which I kind of said, and one thing you find funny about girls at this time in our history.
Ooh, that's a good one. So yes, my name is LaQuisha Honeycook. I am the Learning Environment Director for Project Diva International. And one thing that I find funny about girls now, is that they think that the trends that they're doing is like brand new. And it's like, no. Like, let me show you back. But never mind, let me not show you that. So just listen, we started it, y'all bringing it back. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Listen, they'll understand, just live a little longer.
A little bit longer, just a little bit long, a little bit longer.
Everything repeats itself. That is too funny. And for all of you, or for you watching, Quisha is the reason for the season. Quisha was my baby that when I moved to Minnesota and broke out on my own away from my at the time husband, she would not let me go. We met as she was what was it called? Step Up. She was in the Step
Step
Up
up, yep.
program, and she was at one of the companies that I was working for at the time. And we locked in and we've been locked in. This is
Locked in.
literally 18, 19 years later, because she was here when I first got here before I started the organization. And when she wouldn't let me go, I said, let me get her and all of these other girls together because all of them wanted my time. And so now she has been a part of the leadership team, I want to say for about 9 years at this point. So
Yeah, 10. I joined in 2016.
there it
So
is.
I'm walking on 10 years
There
being
it
on this team.
is. She has allowed for us to see where we were at, what the girls needed at the time, and just kind of really keep us relevant all of these years. And she has two daughters who have gone through the organization. Her oldest is a senior this year, and her youngest basically they both were born into it, but the youngest, she's been with us since the beginning, and now she's actually a part of the cohort,
And she
which has
loves it,
been
y'all.
super,
She
super
loves it,
cool.
okay? She was a
Yes.
baby, then she was a mascot. Now she a girl on the go. She got one more year. And then she'll be a teen exec. We climbing the ladder together.
Yes, it's been super cool to watch her grow. So, you've been walking alongside our girls this cohort season while also committing to your own growth, like we all
Hmm.
have to, because we know that these girls they will hand us our hat if we don't do our
You
own
hear me?
work.
I hear you.
So I want to ask you some of the same questions that I asked them, but from the adult perspective.
Let's
The
do it.
adult who is making the room for the girls while also working on herself and living her life, her personal life, right? So let's start with the emotional regulation pillar. As you've intentionally made space for girls to process and grow emotionally, how has supporting them required you to regulate your emotions with more intention?
Ooh, oh, I like that one.
How has supporting them required you to regulate your emotions? Use
I
me,
feel
you know
like
how we do it.
yes, I feel like in that aspect, it makes me have to take a step back and realize like how I'm showing up, right? Because when we were young, it was like you do as I say, not as I do. And now as an adult in that same, space, it's let me show them how to do it and then
Mm.
walk them through it. And it's crazy
Oh,
that I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I mean, it's crazy that you asked me that because today I had the situation at school where I had to literally do that thing. And it was like the emotions was high, my emotions was high, and I'm like, okay, I have to dial it back. I have to take my deep breaths, count to 10, and be able to say, okay, what do you need in this moment? And then give it to the scholars, being able to take that step back and really just say, okay, what do I need right now, because I'm still human and I'm gonna have my moments, and when I have those moments I need to also ask for what I need. And so being intentional of saying that, like, hey, I need a moment, we both high right now, so can I have my moment, and then bring the conversation back to the
Mm.
forefront. And I feel like that is beneficial even with my own kids, right? I was a teen mom. I had my first kid at 18 years old. And now that she's 17, senior, we're running through some of those same tackles of, I need you to hear me. And I'm like, no, I don't. You need to hear me. And it's like, dang, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I do have to hear her because she still is human and I'm human. So now we come together and feel like we can hear each other talk and not talk at each other.
So I'm going to ask you a follow-up question
Yeah.
about this. So when you wake up in the morning, do you prepare yourself for that? And how do you do that? How do you prepare yourself for the day to be able to catch yourself in those moments?
Um, I mean, I do my power hour. I won't say that I am very intentional about that piece. That my power
Mm.
hour allows for me to think through my day, right? Knowing that I work with kids all day. And then I come home and I'm a mom to kids for the rest of the day. And so it's like in the morning is making sure I've done what I need to do for me. And that's level setting, that's taking my deep breaths, doing my, workout videos, whatever that might have you, and then get into school or to my place of work and just being like, okay, here we are. And how do I show up for these babies? Even though I don't know what the day will bring. I don't know. It could be a really good day. And like today, it was challenging. It was challenging today.
That is funny because I just heard you connect the two. Your power hour helps you regulate before you have to go potentially regulate.
Yeah, yeah.
Catch that.
Caught it. I'm
Kia would
putting it
be
in my
proud to
Palm
hear
Pilot.
this. All right, walking into this mental fitness pillar. So now you talked about emotionally regulating. Now, what are the habits that you do use during your power hour or throughout the just in life? Like, what are some of those habits that or mind shifts that you have had to strengthen in yourself to show up healthy and consistent for the girls?
Um, I would say a one big thing that I was doing, and I don't know why I got away from doing it, was journaling. Um, because sometimes I didn't need to talk. I just needed to get it out. And it didn't always require me to have a conversation with somebody. And so
Mm.
journaling helped me do that. And then I was able to release whatever pent up frustration or whatever was going on in that moment, getting it out, even though I didn't physically talk to somebody. And with the girls, it's the same thing. Sometimes they just need somebody to sit with them, not say nothing, not have a conversation, just sit with them and say, when you're ready, just know I'm here, right? Being able to, like I said, how do I say, release my mind? I don't, being able to just quiet, that's what I meant. Being able to
Nice,
quiet
nice. I
my
love how you
mind
slowed down and thought about it. Good
and
job.
That's not always easy because I'm a thinker and I'm always on to the next thing. And so
Mhm.
in the mornings, being able to just sit and say, okay, today is Wednesday, and I'm going to be intentional of slowing down and doing this thing. And then throughout the day, I'm just reminding myself of, you said you're going to be intentional about this. You said you're going to be intentional about this. And that definitely quiets my mind to be like, I did that. I did that. And it feels good.
I love that. And I love how you were honest. This is the space that we give the girls, right? The honesty to be honest. I mean, the space
Yes.
to be honest. So when you think about, because it's funny because I just got back into journaling too, because I noticed that I had stopped also and how good it feels when I commit to that habit every day. So with the feeling of not doing it, how did you feel in that moment when you just said, I just noticed that I don't know why I got away from it. Like, so are you choosing to think through like going back to it because it helps you stay healthy and consistent?
It was a thought. Um, Especially today, like sitting there and being like, oh wait, like I have not journaled in over a year.
Hmm.
And things have happened. Life has been lifing for the last year. And I had to think back to those moments before that, right? Like I journaled and then I was able to go back and read the day before and be like, okay, so I don't want that to happen again. So
Yeah.
this is what we're gonna do today. Or you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so realizing just over the weekend that I was like, dang, I really have not journaled in over a year. And that
Hmm.
was my sacred space. It was just a space where I don't care where I was. I could have been at my son's game, baby. I literally had my notebook and pen in my purse. I think that's why I carry big purses because I always had my book, my diary is what you called it, and all my utensils. And so I think that's why. I think that's why I came to the conclusion. That's why I wore big purses.
Well, I'm excited to see if you go back to that. And I'm really, again, I love how this just naturally, organically came out like the way we talk to each other because this is the work. The
Yep.
work is when you find something that works, the consistency in doing it gets you to the goals, right? And so it's just, I love us, like, because
Listen, because we
we're
we
not,
lit.
we just, we love to keep it. Again, I keep telling everybody, like, we fumble through this with the girls because we're all on a life's journey. We're just slowing down to make sure that we cuff them on the way, you know?
Yep, I agree. 100%. It
Good
feels good.
stuff. Yes, it does. All right. Financial curiosity pillar. As you've supported these girls and becoming curious, right? Not fearful about their money, how has this work challenged or deepened your own relationship with finances and long-term planning?
Ooh, that's a good one too. Being that I am in a facilitator role this year when it comes down to finances and having to be the facilitator for the girls on the go, and like doing my curriculum, I've really been able to like I already had a tracker, right? I had a budget and I followed that to a T. I knew what was coming out of my checks. I was like, okay, if this is what's supposed to be in my check on Friday. And then, I had my savings. I had money put up and then life happened and now that savings ain't there no more. But it was there and it did what it was supposed to do. When I think about the girls and how I bring that to them, it really allows for me to be authentic and telling them the truth. Like, even if it's like, listen, I fumbled this month. Like I spent more than I brought in, and I don't even know where the extra money came from. It just came. You know what I mean? And being able to answer their questions when they're asking the questions of like, how do you talk to your kids about money? And I'm like, some people are like, you don't tell them everything, and I'm like, listen. I'm the opposite. I tell them kids what it is because I want you to understand that me and dad are working our tails off to provide the things for you. And when we say no, it's not because we don't want to do the thing, it's because we have goals in place. And those goals are messing with that thing, right? Or messing with whatever, a trip, or, messing with our emergency funds. To the point that now my kids are like, my son, my 12-year-old son, he's like, Mom, I gotta put money in my emergency account. And I'm like, I know. I got you on Friday. And so JTiana has been able to do that, right? Because she's in the program, organization. I'm sorry, she's in the organization. And now that my son has been able to do it, he's just like excited about it. And that made me feel good because it's like they see it and they
Yeah.
don't see it as negative. They see it as a foundation to their own lives as they're getting older. To not
Mhm.
always spend their money. We don't always have to spend it. Just because we get $10 don't mean we got to go spend that $10. And so just being honest with myself first of what is this? Am I doing right by my own financial goals? And if not, what do I need to sit down and have conversations with myself or my husband and for us to stay on track?
Seeing you two also come together on that around finances because it's two lived experiences coming together and having to understand each other. So watching you both, as you know, from when y'all were younger until now, where you are as a couple, a husband and wife couple, but also like you're saying, like really actually seeing the kids have these conversations openly. Has been really, really beautiful to see. And then the other piece I love about what you all do is you also take them around Solange to listen to
Yes.
or be a part of the financial advising conversation as well, which a lot of us parents don't do. And so, yeah, it's been really cool to watch you grow from 18 or 6, 17, 18 to now, but also to see the next generation of yours coming up and through I always say, I don't say generational curses, I say generational trauma. So you're lessening their generational trauma as they walk into adulthood because of what you've put in place for them. So it's just it's amazing to watch.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It ain't easy, right? It's not easy trying to get them to
Oh,
understand,
not at
like, what?
all. But what is, right?
Yeah.
And if nothing else, a lot of people don't understand how money works in the United States. And so,
Hmm.
just to be doing the work, that's the thing, right? This is the work.
Yeah.
So,
Our kids don't want to be broke adults, and I'm making sure
oh, that
that
is
they
hilarious
cannot
when they
say
say
they can't say it. Now you can do what you want, but you can never come to me and say you didn't teach me, because baby, that
listen,
ain't
I
it.
stopped by to tell you.
You
So
got the
last
tools,
question.
use them.
Exactly. Last question before I close. So what has surprised you most about your own growth while supporting the girls? What has
Ooh,
surprised you the most about your own growth while supporting the baby girls, our baby girls?
I don't want to. I wouldn't say it surprised me. I more of um it was an eye opener. And maybe it's the same. I don't know. But just that I have so much room to grow,
Hmm.
right? And it's like, as a 36-year-old, right? It's like, okay, I still have so much room to improve. And I felt like I was stuck because I was like, okay, I'm in this position at work. I feel like I'm all titles, right? But it's like, no, I'm not just titles. I am a person. And because I feel like I'm stuck, I'm stuck.
What
Versus,
you tell yourself is true, right?
yes. So versus coming out of it and being like,
What's
I'm not
next?
stuck. I am figuring out my next step. And I don't know what that is yet. So now it's like figuring that out, having those conversations. So that piece of me is like I'm growing, and it feels good to be able to say that because I've been in this headspace of where do I go now? Like, what is left for me to do if I felt like I've done everything? And it's like, girl, you ain't did half of
You
nothing.
ain't even got started
Listen,
yet.
do you hear me? Do you hear me? So that light, it was like a click. It was like
Yeah.
what you say, Miss Nita. It was a mind shift of,
Yes.
okay, I got a lot more work to do, and it's a
Yeah.
positive thing, not negative, not anything. And it was coming out of that headspace and being like, dang, let's do this. I'm ready.
Come on, decisions. I just wrote a book about making a decision.
Hmm.
Yes. And to just again see you. I've sat back and I've been watching you in that headspace. Like she gonna come on out of it because all of our work is based on the I am method. So it's
Yep.
always us going back to, okay, who am I right now at this time in history in my life? Right. And so I just been sitting back just waiting.
Listen,
Like
the light bulb lightened. Okay, it did. It lightened. It lightened. I will say it lightened for sure when I was doing my manifesto, and I was like, wait a minute. Who was that? She popped out of nowhere.
Come on, we are all creators, and it is so fun to create with y'all, especially when it's things that happen like this. So,
Yes, our
so
team is
so
amazing.
happy.
I feel like we all just we mesh together very well. We complement each other
Yeah,
because we are honest, and
yeah.
sometimes it's a sting. It ain't always pretty, but it's like. I needed to tell you, or I needed to hear it. And it's like now I get to sit with it and be like, okay, so she's seen it. So why I ain't seen it? What the heck is going on here? And it's because I'm in it. So I don't see it because I'm in it. So I
Oh, I'm so
appreciate being
proud
in
of
this
you.
space over the last 10 years. And knowing, in this space and knowing you for the last 18 has been just amazing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
could
we
be so
love
many
each
different
other.
places and God put me here. So I'm gonna keep pushing. Okay.
My first daughter. I'm a boy mom, and then I finally got my grown
I
daughter who's
came.
now my
Listen,
grown
I came
daughter.
like this. I came like this. Getting on your nerves. Hey, where you at? On the way back to work.
I love it, and I love you.
I love you
So,
too.
well, community, you who are watching this, as you watch our videos, learning about our girls, and now the adults who support them,
Because we
I
here.
invite you to notice something important. This work doesn't just change girls, it is transforming the ecosystems around them. Whether it's your treasure, your time, or your talents, every investment strengthens the path beneath their feet and the adults walking beside them. So if there's something that you heard moved you, connect with us, stand with us, and invest in the development that's happening in real time for girls and the women committed to guiding them. Quisha, thank you so much for joining me, for making the time tonight. I know you
Of
are a
course.
busy mom, like you said. Oh, and I just wanted to, before I quickly close this last couple of things, is she did mention that, she was up financially and then she's down. This girl keep money, okay? I just wanted to put that
Hello.
out there. This is my money maker, okay?
Yeah, look, I got a little
Which
emergency,
is
emergency.
which is why the girls love her facilitating. So click the link below to sponsor
Click
girls
it.
membership
Click it.
because self-discovery is their birthright. And guess what, y'all? Modeling growth is our responsibility. So until soon, everybody, create a great evening or day or night, morning, whatever it is for you. See ya.
See ya.